Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with another Hearthstone arena. Apologize that we're starting here. The choice was between Rogue, Warlock, or Priest. Rogue was the least recent, and also the one with which I had played the fewest runs, and luckily, my recording error that caused me to abort the first recording was not so severe, it was just on the first pick. Now, in my stream on Saturday, which I will post some highlights of, Mana Addict was actually an MVP in more ways than one in one of my runs. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this card. I've always been dismissing it as utter trash, but maybe it's not as bad as I think. Still, though, I'm going to take the Cobra here. Still not convinced by Mana Addict. Alright, Loot Hoarder and Fen of Knives are both good cards. I'll take Fen of Knives, but it's a close call there. I think Assassinate is more reliable than Assassin's Blade, so I will take that. This is an absolute garbage pack. Holy crap, this is terrible. So this is like the worst 4-drop in the universe. This is a terrible taunter. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take the terrible taunter, I guess. At least it's got taunt, okay. This is sort of like removal, so I'll take the Blue Go Warrior here. Oh geez. The 2 worst 4-drops in the universe and this terrible 3-drop. Oh my god. Well, I guess this one has the taunt, so I'll take it, because taunt's actually useful. Here's a good 4-drop. Thank you, game. And the SI Agent could be really good. I need some 2-drops, though. Well, I only have one 3-drop, and this is like removal. So, okay, we'll take the SI Agent, but that was a dicey call here. Alright, Elven Elven Archer. No, we're just taking Dark Iron Dwarf. Now, I desperately need 2-drops here. Okay, so I could take Perdition's Blade for removal. The Assassin is a consideration here, because I currently have 0 endgame. I'm actually going to take him over the Blade. I know it may seem like a crazy move because the Blade is so good, but I need endgame, period. So I'm taking that there to make sure I don't get screwed. Hate the Frostwolf Warlord. Another Dark Iron Dwarf. We're starting to run into multiples issues. We'll take the Panda here for another good 4-drop. Backstab, my favorite card in the game. I'll take the Ringleader here. Need some 2-drops. Eviscerate is superb removal. Okay, finally starting to get some good cards. And then we're back to trash. Conceal can be okay sometimes, definitely, but I'd rather not take it if I don't have to. Raid Leader. I'll just take a Leper Gnome. Another Backstab. Yes, please. Alright. This is a good card for Rogues that usually will have charge. But I will take one of these. These are both very good for their slots. Argent, I'm just going to take the Argent Squire over the Berserker. Argent Squire is such an obnoxious card for people to deal with that I kind of want to take it. Now, of course, I'm starting to get this aggro deck full of Premier 1-drops. So do we take the second Assassinate or Ascension? Ascension is great. I'm going to take another Assassinate, though. Let's just play for more removal here. Deadly Poison is wonderful. More reliable than Betrayal. I will take a Blood Knight here. Although Doomsayer has wrecked me a couple of times lately, not enough to make me think it's a good card. I hate Mountain Giant, so I'll take a Blood Knight. It does go well with my Argent Squire. The Owl could be good, but I've got 2 Assassinates, which kind of fit that role. So I'm going to take a Cult Master here. And another Deadly Poison. Man, this is like the 3rd Oasis Snapjaw that we're seeing here. And we get another Ascension. Well, that's cool. Bloodsail Raider. I probably should have thought about it a little bit more before passing it, because that could be big with these Deadly Poisons. That might have been a mistake. Well, we'll take a Fairy Dragon here. Get another 2-drop. Take a Ghoul, probably. Well, Dalaran Mage with Backstab is fantastic. Also with Fan of Knives. Also with Eviscerate. Obviously not as good as a Kobold Geomancer because it's more expensive. Now we'll take a Ghoul. Just go for the biggest thing here. 3rd Assassinate? Okay, that's probably not right. I don't really want to go... So I'm gonna end up taking one of these. The Ringleader is kind of the obvious pick here, but Abusive Sergeant is nice with these other 1-drops. I'll take it. The buff is useful later in the game as well. Do we take the Murloc Tidehunter here, or the Shiv? Let's take the Shiv. There's currently nothing that cycles in this deck, is there? Yeah, let's take it over the mediocre 2-drop. Alright, here we have Blade Flurry, which is a consideration, because with Deadly Poison it can actually give me a source of board clear, which I currently have 0 of, or I could just take the Perdition's Blade, which is a little bit more reliable. Well, since I passed on the first one, we'll take the second one here. And, okay. The Yeti is the obvious pick here, but I have to consider the Lord, because I currently have no endgame. Well, a 6-5 versus a 4-5. Yeah, I'm just not going to pay 2 extra mana for 2 extra power and taunt. We'll just take the Yeti. And the Violet Teacher is a very good card, but I'm going to take the Auctioneer for some more card draw potential. Blade Flurry also a consideration. There are definitely some tough picks in that draft. Lots of picks there where we could have done not what I did. I don't know how well this is going to work out. I've got a fair amount of removal with the backstabs, eviscerates, and assassinates, but not much endgame. I'm very happy, though, with my prescient pick of a Ravenholdt Assassin over Perdition's Blade, because I really didn't end up getting any endgame. All that came up was a War Golem and a Lord of the Arena, and that was actually it. Alright, starting off against a Warlock named Stupidity. That is pretty spectacular. Well, this is a really great opening hand. And the Ravenholdt Assassin can get mulliganed. I can actually consider keeping it just to make sure I have it, but that's a little silly, I think. Oh, Perdition's like, this is... Well, I will kill anything. I will kill things all day with this hand. Oh my god. Leper Gnome. Who plays Leper Gnome? Seriously. Alright, so... I could coin into a Fairy Dragon. What would that achieve? Nothing. I could coin into a Dagger, kill the Leper Gnome off. Save the backstab for later, better days. I'm gonna have the Fairy Dragon to play next turn with a Dagger in my hand. Alright, I'll do that. I'm not 100% sure this is the right move. But I like doing that rather than backstab, because even though it means taking 2 extra damage, I was going to take 2 damage regardless, so this is 2 extra damage. I get to keep this Dagger in my hand, and I think that's pretty useful. Now, the disadvantage of that is that with Perdition's Blade and Deadly Poison, I might not end up using this Dagger anyway. But, well, that's life, I suppose. Alright, here what I'm going to do is play Fairy Dragon. I could kill this by backstab and daggering, but that's taking a lot of damage. I mean, I'd be down to 21 health already. Is that worth doing anyway? No, I don't think so. I think I'm just going to sit tight. And basically the idea is that maybe I'll be able to use backstab to trigger combo on the SI agent. That way I don't have to take the hit to the face. Alright, is he going to get cheeky and hit me in the face? Yes, he is. Alright, so my opponent is going to pay for his cheekiness, because now what I can do is backstab this thing. SI agent to finish it off. Use this Dagger, which was actually handy after all, to kill off the shield bearer. And just like that, we are up a card. I've got 6 to his 5, even though he life tapped. So that was a really good start, I think. Oh, Hellfire. Well, okay, that really kind of undoes everything. I was really hoping not to have all my minions die that time. So I could play the Abusive Sergeant, waste the Battle Cry, and then Perdition's Blade, shoot him in the face. Or I could just play the Dark Iron Dwarf, waste that Battle Cry, would put a bigger body on the board. I guess I'm going to do that. A little bit sad, though. That wasn't a Chillwind Yeti or Ascension, which would have been much better here. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Please don't kill this. Oh, no, 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 no! No! I was going to have the kill for this Ventricle Mercenary with Abusive Sergeant, but my opponent did a bad thing. Motherfucker. Well, ball sacks. So this thing's going to hit, be at 3 health, Than of Knives, Perdition's Blade will kill it off. So I'm going to play Abusive Sergeant now because I want this on the board already, since I'm not going to have any use for it in the future. Oh my god, that was frustrating. Hellfire and Soulfire. Ball sacks. Alright, luckily he shouldn't be able to do much here besides life tap. I was going to play Felguard. Ah, it's obnoxious. Well, anyway, at least we still get the kill here on the Ventrico. Not super efficiently, I might add, but we do get it. And I'm going to kill the Felguard as well. So, this is a little awkward. Card-wise, I'm not ahead. My opponent's got plenty of... I'm actually behind on life. Equal on cards, but my opponent can very easily rectify that with some life taps. I can't believe I'm losing this game. I feel like I should be winning because I had such a strong opening, but my opponent just had really efficient removal, and that's why really efficient removal is really good. Well, let's play the Ravenholdt Assassin here. This is actually not the best way of dealing with Sen'jin, because unless my opponent plays another minion and the Swordsmith gives the buff to that, the Sen'jin will actually have enough power to kill my Assassin. In fact, it definitely now has enough power to kill the Assassin. It's going to life tap after playing a minion, and he's going to start to race me down. I mean, I'm already down to 10 health, and he's got 2 mana left over. Please don't have anything to play. Oh, god damn it. He's going to play a Panda. Well, that's actually not really gaining him anything, I suppose. Well, the good news is that because he put the Raid Leader in his hand, this guy does survive at 1 health, which is actually kind of a big deal. because, you know, like we always say, an almost dead creature is better than an already dead creature. Let's, play Bluegill Warrior. And Ringleader. I could waste Deadly Poison just to kill the Swordsmith off. That seems kind of silly. Well, it's not that silly because it stops the Swordsmith from killing the Ravenholdt Assassin. Or, yeah, here's I think the correct move. This feels wrong, but I'm actually going to waste this Perdition's Blade. I'm going to make a dagger, put Deadly Poison on it, and that way I'm not wasting the Deadly Poison at least. Well, 10 health against a Warlock with 3 cards who can life tap every turn is a little bit frustrating, but this thing should be dead already, so he needs removal for it now. How efficient can he be? Well, Mortal Coil, of course, is the obvious answer. Now, Bluegill Warrior? Power Overwhelming. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Damn it. That's frustrating. I assume he has a Soulfire, or else there's no point in doing what he just did. No, I guess he's just... I don't know. Well, we'll see. I honestly don't know exactly what he's got. I assume he has some sort of charged creature back here. Well, we'll send everything at his face. And I've got the kill next turn, but I assume he wouldn't have done what he did unless he had the kill. He needs Soulfire, Wolf Rider, Argent Commander, even a Hellfire will do the job. Soulfire, anything. Oh, he didn't have it. I think my opponent misplayed. So first he put a Raid Leader back in his hand, allowing my Ravenholdt Assassin to survive. And then he didn't kill the Ravenholdt Assassin again, using a Bluegill Warrior and Power Overwhelming to hit my face instead of kill this thing off. So I think my opponent misplayed. He should have had that win after how it opened up. Well, as you saw there, I have the much vaunted and much beloved win 7 games for 100 gold quest. That is amazing. I always love to get that quest because you're guaranteed to make it, and then 100 gold is crazy. That's like a pack. In fact, I'm going to eat a piece of celebratory Trader Joe's Pound Plus dark chocolate. So good. One of the biggest dilemmas in my life is what's better, the Trader Joe's Pound Plus dark chocolate or the Trader Joe's Pound Plus milk chocolate. Each time I eat one of them, I'm like, no, this is the best one. And then I eat the other one, I'm like, no, that's the best one. Life is hard. Well, I kept 2 3-drops because I can coin out one of them on turn 2. And play the other on turn 3. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hoping I get my Argent Squire though, so I can beef up this Blood Knight.
Greetings, friend.
2 Deadly Poison is usually not what you want to see.
The pleasure is mine.
One of them could obviously have been something else. And maybe it should have been. Alright, well. I could dagger up and kill this thing. Or I could play the ghoul and try to kill it later. I'm actually going to make a dagger. I feel like shamans, in particular, have such a high probability of answering a flesh-eating ghoul that I just don't want to use the coin for it. I mean, this Ravenholdt Assassin is like, I'm your only endgame, Boris. Yeah, I'm always going to be there when you need me, buddy. Slow start for my opponent. Not doing much of anything. I cannot kill that because it is not a 1-1, so we'll play Flesh-Eating Ghoul and hope for the best here. Presumably my opponent has an answer to it, since he's done nothing so far. Except make totems on turn 2 and turn 3. We both have a kind of a gentleman's agreement to have a slow start, which honestly probably favors him because my deck's not that strong for endgame. He makes another totem on turn 4. Man, this guy has a really slow start, and I'm kind of worried because I just have a handful of bad, like, removal cards. I don't actually have good stuff. Oh, jeez. So, of course he had the answer because of course he did. Let's play Warden. Kill off the 1-1 totem again. Pass the turn. I drew the wrong 1-drop. Really wanted the Argent Squire so I could Blood Knight it up. Not to be, however. Not to be. He's got 4 mana again. This time he top decked a Harvest Golem, so he's got a pretty good answer. This is a pretty good thing for mopping up the Golem, so I could actually use Eviscerate against it. We'll see what happens here. Cult Master. That's not helpful just yet. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Why don't I just use Deadly Poison? That makes a lot of sense. Alright, we'll do this. Deadly Poison. Hit that thing. Kill it. Now, I could either coin into Blood Knight or just play Leper Gnome. I'll play the Leper Gnome here. And then plan to coin into Ravenholdt Assassin next turn, I guess. And try to go all the way with that thing. I don't know. Seems unlikely that that'll work, but who knows. I might also play Cult Master depending on what opportunities he gives me to kill stuff. To kill my own stuff. Doomhammer, that's a pretty good card. And he's a Rockbiter weapon to go with it. That's a pretty good combo.
Well played.
So he gets to kill off my Warden. And he also gets to kill off my Leper Gnome. No, he's going to hit me in the face. That's ballsy. I would have hit the Leper Gnome there. I guess he's figuring that he can kill the Leper Gnome at his leisure in the future. Well, he'll pay for that, because I am now going to play Booty Bay. Kill that spell damage totem. And we'll pass the turn here. Trying to minimize the effectiveness of the Doomhammer by dropping this Taunter in the way. This bad Taunter. Hopefully he'll give me something to use Cult Master on, or hopefully he'll leave the Leper Gnome alive and let me trade the Leper Gnome into something so I can drop a Cult Master for value, or potentially I'll just play Ravenholdt Assassin. 1-1 yet again. Kind of unfortunate actually, because it makes me waste my Deadly Poison if I want to kill it. He's going to Hex up my Booty Bay, which is just fine. Is he going to kill the Frog and the Leper Gnome? He should. He doesn't. I think that's a mistake. He should have totally used it. So I get my other 1-drop, which is still not Argent Squire. I could play Cult Master here, but I think I might as well just drop the Ravenholdt Assassin, honestly. And I'm gonna waste the other tick of Deadly Poison, much as it breaks my heart. I think it's important to preserve my Frog and Leper Gnome from his antics. So presumably this thing will get to attack and hit him down to 20, perhaps down to 18 even. He can be down to 14, and this with a dagger is -6. Yeah, he could potentially go down. I might have enough burn damage if this assassin is allowed to go through. Man, these searing totems just every time. Is he gonna wise up and finally kill that Leper Gnome? He is. Finally. Well, that was a smart play, because now it's harder for me to get past this Lord of the Arena. Ah, lame. Fan of Knives is the perfect card here. Just the perfect card, because now what I get to do is kill off his 1-1, draw a card, Eviscerate, kills Lord of the Arena now. I hit him for 7. Argent Squire finally shows up. And I finally use my coin. Oh my gosh, that was the turn where everything came together for Papa Boris. Okay. I mean, with 6 cards and a Doomhammer, he could still kill me. Yeah, I mean, he's got 8 damage here. I'm down to 12 health. With like a couple of Rockbiter weapons, it's pretty much over. But still, I've got lethal here. With Deadly Poison and Abusive Sergeant, so he's got to be a little bit careful at least. Ooze. Wow, this is amazing. He played an Ooze against a rogue and it didn't destroy a weapon. I guess he was desperate for a taunt, which makes a lot of sense. I can still kill that with Deadly Poison and get through for 14 damage. 16 damage if everything else is allowed to live. He needs a little bit more. He has another Hex. Well, that'll do her. That'll do her. What'll it do? Her. Please leave the Argent Squire alive. Nah, not a chance. Well, he's making the right plays. He's killing my stuff when it needs to be killed. Alright, so here we'll just do this. Make a deadly thingamadude. And, yeah, I'm actually just going to go ahead and pound out the damage. Get him down to 7 health. Down to 4 with this Wicked Knife. He's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble, my opponent. I've already used Eviscerate, and my burn potential in this deck is actually pretty weak, unfortunately, without the Eviscerate. I've just got, like, Shiv. And really, I don't think I have any charged creatures. I just didn't see any charged creatures at all in the draft. That tiger's not going to help him in the slightest. Yeah, it's actually not going to help him in the slightest. So you can see here, I don't know if people are trolls or what, but every now and then I'll have someone post on my channel like, taunt overrides stealth. No, it doesn't. This is a stealth minion. It's not actually taunting. It's like literally one of the worst things you could have possibly had there. In fact, it is the worst thing, because if this had been any other minion, that'd be like an extra taunt for me to get through. As it is, all we have to do is just that, and the other thing. Well played. Well, I don't think this deck is all that great. I think those 2 wins were helped by my opponents playing badly. That Shaman seemed to play alright, but that ending with the ooze and then the tiger were a little bit weird. I'm not 100% sure he was playing his cards correctly. In any case, even if he was playing okay, he had a very, very slow start. And then didn't follow it up with anything good. And I had a very slow start and also didn't follow up with anything good. But I just had slightly better cards than he did. So I'm not sure how far this deck will go, but it's still going. So thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe if you enjoyed this. And stay tuned. The rest of the games are going to be posted shortly. I'll see you in just a bit.